Okay, we have 2010 Prius here. We're going to change the water pump. You can see we're already treating the coolant from the spigot at the bottom of the radiator. We already have it jacked up with the wheel off to get to the lower water pump fault.
And the dust cover is already removed.
So those are easy. All right, about ready to start. That bolt have a 10 millimeter here. Let's take off that 10 millimeter bolt. Pull this up. Remove that clip. Take out the filter. 2 more 10 millimeter bolts right here. Just leave those in there. We have this one. This is an extremely long one for no reason. And that. Take the hoses off the little hooks here on the side. And
lift the hole.
Maneuver it out. There you go. Put that to the side. Wire clip right here. Here's the water pump right here. We have 5 12 millimeter bolts holding it on. Gonna remove this clip. I like to use a 12 gear wrench. See these? This is just to change the water pump. You don't really need to take the windshield windshield wipers off to do the job. That was on a different video. For these 5 bolts you can get from the top. One, it's easier to have the wheel off. You don't need it off. We took it off just to make it easier. And
yeah, you could definitely do it all from up here, but
switch that back. The 2 top left bolts are going to be the ones that are longer. It'll be pretty obvious. Just put the bolts back where they need. 2 different lengths. This one and the one right below it are the longer ones.
you can see that they actually go into the engine block, not just the cover.
They go, yeah, they go through there. See, top left, 1, 2. These ones, the other 3. One right below it. How much did the dealership charge to change the water pump? $1,000?
Yeah.
Last we've heard, $1,000 bucks.
1,000. I've heard.
This whole video is being shot in just one. What do you call it? One shot.
Yeah.
The whole video is in one shot.
One shot.
We're taking the water pump off. We're not going to put another one back on. Everything else is just the reverse of what we're doing now. I'm going to take the video away from him, and he will show you the bottom bolt.
Bottom bolt is right here. I'm going to use a long ratchet with a 6-inch extension and a 12mm socket deep.
All the bolts are 12 millimeter.
All bolts are 12 millimeter on here. Just get it on there.
Fill a little.
You're gonna leak a little bit. It won't be too much, as long as you've already drained the radiator. But it looks like I didn't wait long enough to drain it. That's okay, as long as you catch it. After this point, you can use a gun, make it faster. Once I take this off, the water pump will come right out. I'm sure to hold it. Sometimes they drop. And here it is. pull it up from above this time, actually.
Okay. So here's the water pump. This one feels really good. So it's bouncing back and forth. That's the magnetic resistance. This water pump's good. We didn't need to remove it, but we're doing the head gasket. So I want to make a quick video. Do all these steps in reverse. Remember that the two long 12mm bolts are the ones that go right there. Here's an example of a bad water pump, but it's hard to spin. It won't go by itself. If you remove the O-ring and the washer, and if you're able to pull it up, you see this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Just totally fell apart, some cracks in the metal. That's no good. This is what it's supposed to look like. You want to take it off and inspect your water pump. Remove the O-ring, remove the washer, and it should pull out. Just a little magnetic resistance is normal. Nice and clean. You see down there, no debris. That is, of course, there's other ways that the water pumps fail as well. That's how this one failed. A lot of times, the plastic impeller will actually break off. When you pull it up, the magnet will stay down. Pull this up, you'll see that it's separated. Also, next time that needs to be replaced. But the most common is usually because the head gasket fails, it loses coolant. This thing is stuck running dry, so it builds up a lot of heat and a lot of friction. Bad, good.